Right. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Till the Dirt. This is the Shahs of Sunset rewatch where I, Tommy Feight, watch some old episodes of Shahs of Sunset that I've never seen before, featuring my wife, Mercedes Javid, and I do it with one of our fans. Today we got a great dirty. Introduce yourself, George.
I'm GeeBee Buranski. My real name is George, but my mom refused to call me George, so I go by GeeBee. My whole
Okay.
life, 55 years of GeeBee.
Okay. And we met on Instagram more or less because you are now a new fan of Shaw's, but you are
Yeah.
like a fan. Like you watched everything, you're all
Oh yeah.
caught
Oh
up.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We loved it. We binge watch it. We go back and watch episodes, and it's cool. I love it. Love
Now,
it.
you a Bravo fan, or usually the wife is the one that makes this type of introduction. Are
Yeah.
you a Bravo fan? Is it the wife that's a fan? Do you watch other Bravo shows, or is it just Shaw's for you?
Just the shots. I mean, yeah, I enjoy it because there's guy drama.
And they're fucking
you know,
nuts, dude. And
they're out of their minds.
they're
Holy
fucking
shit.
nuts. So yeah, we're this is the first episode of season 4, and I think I already know that I'm probably gonna want to have you come back to do like an episode when we're kind of in the throw of a season where we
Yeah.
know where the drama is going to be and what
Oh yeah.
storyline is. Because right now, anytime it's one of the first episodes, they're just kind of paving the way
They're
for
they're
what's going to.
starting they're starting the journey for that season. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of
Yeah.
introducing you to the characters that are
Yeah. Yeah.
coming in. They're
Yep.
reminding you who the characters are, and
Yeah.
they're kind of, throwing some breadcrumbs out about, what's going to basically come in the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, this episode was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not
It
a
was
lot.
good.
It was cool. Like I said, not a
Yeah.
lot going on
Yeah.
as far as just kind of, and then obviously this the first episode, so no one's really kind of at their throat, yet.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yeah.
there's no real crazy drama. We pick up um, Reza and Asa are going shopping. Season 4, they're definitely all making some more money now. You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean? So
Oh yeah.
they're looking to go
Yeah.
buy some
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah. Looking at some Rolexes, and yeah, and some
Yeah,
gold.
man.
Gold is God, right?
Yeah, man. And then we see Mike, and he shows his mom and dad that he's got the ring.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
He
That's a
is.
big deal.
Yeah. He's like really nervous about it.
Yeah, which I'm surprised because they seem on board.
Oh,
You
100%.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no like reservations.
Yeah.
They know you sure Jessica's the right one.
Right,
They're
right.
like, oh, finally, let's see the ring. Let's go, let's
Oh
get some
yeah.
fucking grandkids. You know what I mean? Well, I think that's where the nerves comes with Mike though, because I think
Yeah.
he's dying for someone, anyone, to be like, are you sure this is what you want to do?
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
slow down, like you got, you're still a young man. I think he's dying for someone to talk him out of it, but everybody's like, nah, man, this chick is great. You know what
That's
I mean?
fucking great. Oh my God. I totally get that from him.
Right? Like
Yeah,
that's
he's
what I
dying
see.
for somebody to say, "Do you want to do this?"
Yeah, because he doesn't.
No,
Because he
no,
doesn't. And
no,
it's got,
not at all.
to me, it really doesn't have anything to do with Jessica. I think that it's like, bro, I've been, I did real well for a while when I was doing that. What was he doing? The commercial real estate in
Yep,
Vegas. I
yeah,
did
yeah,
real
yeah,
well for a while there. And
yep.
then, he went through a real valley, right? He had to leave Vegas, kind of came back here, tail between his legs, wasn't really making any money. Now he's on this show. And I could just tell you, you know what I mean? Like people know who you are now. And it's like, he's
Yeah,
like, really? Am I going to turn in? Am I going to put the card in now when
yeah.
I still haven't reaped any of the real benefits? You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah, I'm thinking he wants every season to be a different woman.
100%. 100%. Now I think there's a duality with Mike. I think that he wants to be a good representation of Persian men, and
Right.
so he wants to be married, and he wants to have the kid, and she's good because she converted, and like all this. I think there's the part of that, and be a great representation for his family, someone that they can be proud of when they, because his family in particular is very much within like that coffee clutch of Persians in Beverly
Oh,
Hills. You know what
okay.
I'm saying? Like he's
Yeah, I
very
get
much
it.
in that. Their family's still very much entwined in that. So I
Yeah.
think it's important for him to look good. But I think deep down he's like, you fuck this, bro. I'm looking to
Yeah.
bang everything. You know?
100%. Yeah, he wants to
Yeah.
lay pipe all over California, you know?
Yeah, yeah, he's looking to fucking absolutely he's looking to become a big time plumber, and he's gonna lay pipe from here to
Oh
San
yeah. Oh
Francisco.
yeah. It doesn't
But I
matter
don't
who
think he
they
could
are.
say that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't think he could say that. And
No,
it's
no.
funny because Sammy, who wasn't really good on the show, and you see him here and there, but I
Right.
will say this: if Sammy was still a main character on this show at this time, he'd be the one to say, Mike, are you sure you want to do this?
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like there's
Oh
no one
yeah, yeah.
else there. And
Yeah,
again,
there's
on
nobody.
camera, she looks fantastic. She
Yeah. Oh
looks,
yeah.
she's attractive, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying like if you're gonna want a wife, this is what you want. She seems to like she's trying to learn to cook Persian food.
Oh
She's
yeah.
very nice to his mother. She's like nice to his friends. Like,
Yeah.
but all that to me is also red flag shit because it's just saying, "Get me a ring, get me a ring, get me a ring," and I worry about that because then what happens when they get the ring? You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Oh wow, yeah.
So
It's 50%. Well, at least in New York, it's 50% you put that ring on.
yeah, that's what I mean. So I think he's a little leery.
Yeah.
And then we go to the park with my wife and Charlie,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're playing Stinky Pinky in the park. Apparently,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not that vulgar, but it's tough for my
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
It's tough for my eyes.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm an Adonis. I know that, but he does look a little like me.
My what we rewatched last night, and my wife said that is a younger Tommy.
Yeah, that's like
He has a preference. He
yeah,
has a.
she's definitely got a type. She's
Oh my
definitely got a
God! Yeah.
type.
Yeah.
And yeah, he looks like like when you start cloning and then you get to like the fourth, the fifth, and sixth clone, they start to get dumbed down a little bit. They start to like their eyes look. He's
Yeah.
like a clone of me, but like seventh down the line. You know what I mean? His fucking neck bone. I like to give him a side wrap,
Oh
but
my God! Crazy. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that like that's tough to watch, but it's funny to see my wife happy because she very
Yeah. That's
rarely looks
cool.
happy with me
That's cool.
anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
I
nice
mean,
to
we've all been there. We've all
yes,
been with other people, and but I grew. We didn't have. We weren't on TV. No one
yes,
videoed us. So my
yes.
wife, she had high school loves, and growing up and
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I'm sure she still has someone that she longs for more than
Oh my
you.
God, yeah. Oh yeah.
Whatever
Oh yeah.
happened to Joe? You know what I mean?
I'm sure she knows.
Yeah, she's looking on Instagram and Facebook. Why doesn't he make a
Oh my God,
profile?
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's true. It's true.
What are we gonna do? Then we go to Reza and Adam's house, and I must say, Reza is he even his condo that he had in Palm Springs, they decorate like every inch of the fucking place.
Oh yeah.
I understand where Gigi's coming from when they go to her place. That's
Yeah.
me, dude. You know
Oh my
what I
God.
mean? I'm looking at a place. I'm like, looks great. You know
And
what
I
I'm
thought the
saying?
same thing. And then
Yeah.
yeah, you see Reza's and every wall's got there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah, and then when
You
he's talking
know?
about like we're gonna get you pillows, that's literally like the first thing on a Persian redo is we got to spend a lot of money on throw pillows. My
Oh
wife's
my
got like
yeah.
50 of them in the living room,
Oh
dude.
really? Yeah, we got a
Crazy.
couple. Yeah, we
It's
got a couple.
crazy.
So yeah.
Uh,
So
yeah,
on the holiday, is that where you're going next? You're gonna
Persian
hit
New
the
Year. Yeah,
yeah.
Nowruz.
I mean, do they is that a I mean, do they all follow that tradition? Like
Yes,
or
yes, yes. Like
really?
this year, we went to a house actually that we weren't well, my wife's friendly with the wife, but like we're not really friendly with them. But
Okay.
we went because it was the only house that she knew that was going to be doing the jump. And she wants Shams to do the jump where you
Oh
jump over the
nice.
fire. So yeah, it is something that's important to them for sure.
Yeah.
And they did a good job. Well, I mean, I'm not Persian, right? So I can't really attest to, yeah, but it seemed like from what my understanding and from my experience with going to these type of things, they kind of nailed what Persian New Year and Nowruz is about.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
very
good.
big deal for them.
Yeah, that's
Um,
good.
it's a very, like I tell my wife all the time that she thinks like Christmas is an Americanized holiday very
Yeah.
much now, where
Yeah. Everybody.
everybody celebrates Christmas.
Right.
You
Right.
know what
Right.
I mean? Or a holiday. Everybody kind of you know buys into it. Where
Yeah.
Easter is the most religious day on the Catholic calendar. You
Yeah.
know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's not like
Yeah.
when you're like we're gonna have the Easter bunny. It's like slow down. It's not like it's much more than that. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? And Nowruz is kind of the same thing. It's not just like Happy New Year. It's a big deal. It
It's a
sets
big
their
deal.
year.
Yeah.
It's supposed to do away with the things that were bad in the past year, where
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
really take notice of those things,
Yeah.
and then what's going to be great about going forward, where it's a rebirth, a renaissance. So they really do buy into it, and I thought they did a good job. Listen, I think Shahs overall, and that's one of the things I think that you're talking about that you don't get from the Housewives. Obviously, like the men and the housewives, the husbands are more filler. Their background, they kind of float
Yeah.
in and out, and they're
Yep.
more sounding boards with what the wives got going on. But they also really don't dive into real shit or, you know, customs
Oh
and
yeah. Oh my
you know what I
God.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the Shahs really do a good job of having real conversations about real issues
Yeah.
and doing things like this because
Yeah.
you
100%.
know, I didn't know what no ruse was until I met my wife, and I lived out
Yeah.
here, and there's Persians everywhere. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's cool. I get it. I come from a Polish family, and Easter's huge.
Yeah,
Easter's for yeah,
it's a
it's
big
huge.
deal. It's a
Yeah,
big
it's a
deal.
big deal for the Polish. Yeah, same thing.
Then we see Mike with his emails and texting,
Oh
and
my God.
this is going to become an issue.
Oh
I
yeah.
already know it is because when I
Oh,
came on board, like I know firsthand, that's one of the reasons Mike was fired. Was the fact
really?
that yes, that when they would film the last couple of seasons, he would fucking be texting and on his phone the whole time and really
Yeah.
withdrawn. And the producer would be like, "Yo, Mike, put your phone down," and he'd be like, "Okay," and he'd just keep
Yeah.
going back to texting.
So in this episode, was he still doing real estate, or was he just kind of floating along?
You want to know what Mike was probably doing? And it's funny. I think I mentioned this on the list. Like, I worked 150 feet, 200 feet from Mike.
Okay.
I didn't know who he was, but at this time, I'm assuming that he was doing the same thing. I don't know what he was doing then either. He was like in a call center or something, but he was never working. He was always like outside on the phone, walking
Okay.
around, and he didn't look. Well, I can't say I don't know if he was working. He was never inside the office. That
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
He was always outside, and he didn't
Yeah.
smoke cigarettes because that's where
Yeah.
people stood outside. But whatever. Um,
So he wasn't texting because of business.
yeah, he
Is
did
that where
seem
we're
like it.
going?
Didn't seem like it. Didn't seem like it. Um,
Well, Asifa came in at that point at the ceremony,
well,
right?
no. First we go to Oz. They have like a little one at Rez's house, but then later on they go to do the jump, and that's when
Right.
Asifa comes in.
Okay, that's when she came
First
in.
we go
Yeah.
to see Asa's mom and dad because they're gonna do, which is funny. The house that they're at, I went to a party there, and obviously it's after the remodel, and it looked great. It looks totally different from the house that they're at now. I personally like Asa's mom. I gotta say that low because Darth Vida's here today, and Darth
Oh,
Vida
oh
does
shit.
not like Asa's mom.
Really?
I think it's jealousy, dude. She looks
Yeah.
at her like she's like lower class than her. I don't get it either.
Yeah.
You work in Bloomingdale's, bro. We can take it
Yeah.
down a notch. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're not the queen of you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, she does not. But I like her. I get a kick out of her. I like her more than Asa. You
Yeah,
know
her
what I
parents,
mean?
yeah, her mom and her dad, they both seem pretty cool.
Yeah,
They seem pretty plain every
they're
day.
fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, fun,
Yeah.
plain Janes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then yes, then we could meet Asifa, and I know, like, I never met Asifa. If I did, I could have. I could have. I don't remember. But Bobby, I know. Like I met Bobby a few
Oh, you have.
times, and all they did was fucking fight, bro. Like all
Really?
they did was fight. He'd pull up yelling at her on the phone and then have to leave because he was yelling at her on the phone again.
No
So
shit.
like
Yeah.
gave me flashbacks to that. And like, they're fucking always screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Um I then we meet Shervin. Shervin is still like Sammy and Shervin are neck and neck for probably my best friends out of my wife's friends.
Okay.
I'm not as close to Shervin because of how close he is to my wife. They're literally like brother and sister at this point.
Oh
Like,
wow. Well, that's cool. Yeah.
yeah, he'll talk to her all day long, whether it be about business
Yeah.
things or, relationship stuff. So like it's, that's her, like she's or he's her friend first, right? So I'm not really going to confide in Shervin
Oh
because
yeah.
you know
Oh,
what I'm
because it's
saying?
going right back.
Yeah. With Sammy, I would. Sammy, I
Okay.
would, and it would like Shervin, not so much. And that's fine because they're close friends. Like if I was Shervin, I would do the same thing because that's where my friendship is first. If that
Okay.
makes like if my
Yeah, yeah.
wife and I got divorced, she's getting Shervin in the fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
The
Like he's.
settlement.
Yes. So I get,
Yeah.
but Shervin's great. Shervin's a
Yeah.
great guy,
Very
and I
level-headed, very yeah, like
yeah, and I know when he came in, he
the
definitely
peacemaker.
made Mike feel uncomfortable. One was, like they said, they look so much alike, blah
Oh,
blah
oh
blah.
my God. Yeah.
But Shervin's also very successful, whereas
Okay.
Mike
Yeah.
is not. You
Yeah,
know
he
what I
goes
mean?
he goes from this to that to the other thing.
Yeah. No, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. This is season 4. I'm sure they're
Yeah.
doing very well in terms of what they're making. So he's doing well, but outside of the
Yeah.
show, he's not. Whereas Shervin's thriving, without the show.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Then my wife and Bobby, or I'm sorry, Mike get into a little tiff about fucking dick, the size of his dick, and Mike
What
don't.
the fuck is up with that?
I don't even know.
That's not the first time that's ever been brought up.
But it's
It's
also
been brought up a
seemed
few
very,
times.
yeah. I mean, well, they've seen them and again, this is something like I don't even know if they could have these type of conversations on reality TV anymore. You know what
Oh
I mean?
no. Oh my God,
They're
no.
fucking
No,
yeah.
no,
They're
not at
like we
all.
assault. I
Never.
when I assaulted you and I
Yeah.
had to look at your penis, I know that
Yeah.
size it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So but I really don't think it's much. I think it's just a conversation amongst drunk people. Mike's very drunk. I didn't realize how drunk Mike got in a few different of these filmings.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he's shit faced, dude. You know what I
Oh, in
mean?
this one, he's hammered.
He's hammered.
He's
He could
fucking
barely fucking
hammered.
stand up. And
Yeah.
at the house when they're doing the
Oh,
lock jump, he's
oh
drunk.
my God,
And
yeah.
there's like another 2 hours after that. You know what I mean? Like in TV time, it's they went in a van and they got there.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
telling you, in real
Yeah.
time, that's like
Oh yeah.
3 more hours worth of shit between
Yeah.
getting on the van, driving the van, getting off the van, getting into the place, and setting up. And the whole
Yeah.
he didn't stop drinking, dude. You
And
know
they
what I
know
mean?
he's fucked up. So
Yeah,
they
it's
know
a
all they got
hundred
to do is
percent,
light the fuse and
hundred
it's
percent. Yeah,
on.
100%.
That's it. Light the fuse and we're on.
Yeah, and then when he starts with the I'm an alpha male, and what the fuck are you talking about, bro? And
Oh yeah.
then
Alpha male.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Bobby and Asifa, like I said, it's too much. First off, I don't um like there was a little bit of a tiff, right, about what was said about the dick, and then you know, what you would call it, Reza and Mike are fucking with Bobby
Yeah.
about his jacket,
Yeah.
but it's not a big deal.
What
You
the
know what I mean? It's
Oh
like
yeah.
simple stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought Bobby took it to a level that was just like when he said, "Are you fucking stupid?" Or like just the way he started talking to him. That's another man, bro. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Like you got to talk to me. There's a certain level. I can make fun of the fact your jacket's not
Yeah.
open.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Oh,
you
100%.
start talking to me like
Yeah.
there's a level. So I get
Yeah.
Mike kind of started it, but Bobby took it to a place.
Yeah.
Especially Bobby. Mike was clearly wasted. You know,
Oh yeah.
and it sounds like they had some history together. So if you do, then you gotta kind of know, all right, even if I don't like Mike, right? Even if I don't like him, he's drunk. I'm
Oh
not gonna
yeah.
look good if I start trouble with him now. I'd rather wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, maybe he felt uncomfortable coming into a scene and he didn't want to look like a bitch, whatever. But I just felt
That
like that was overblown.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He kind of didn't want to look like a bitch, so he thought he needed to bring it to the next level.
Yeah. and
You
it
know what I
didn't look
mean?
good.
Because Mike was fucked up. Mike,
Mike was
at
wasted.
that point, Mike had no fucking clue with it. He
And
was
not
just
just
going
that,
along for the
dude.
ride.
I don't care, bro. Women are never going to be able to break up a men fight. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Like if it's a real
yeah,
fight and like, we're going to fight, women
yeah,
aren't breaking that up. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And the
yeah. Oh
women
yeah.
broke everything up. You know?
Oh
So to me, that's like, stop. Like, what are we doing, dude? What are we
yeah,
doing? You know,
yeah.
like that's not how fight, at least where I come from, bro. Men are ready to throw up,
No,
baby.
not yeah.
Like,
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
no.
It's not like,
Yeah.
all right, let Jessica and Gigi break it like an
Oh yeah.
Asifa broke it
Oh
up.
yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
it was very yeah, I don't know what the right word is, but it definitely was not it didn't seem real. It
Yeah.
seemed like people were pretend outraged.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of it, like I said, Bobby's new into the equation, so he doesn't want to look like bad. I
Yeah.
think Mike's just very drunk. I think Reza started it,
Oh,
but he
100%.
didn't realize, like he was, I don't always cut Reza slack or whatever.
No, I
I,
know. I
I
know.
don't think this was a big deal on his part. I think he was just, it's reality TV, right?
Oh yeah.
We want to create
Yeah.
some, because that's the type of drama to me that I don't mind on reality television,
Yeah.
where you were supposed to cut the seam on your jacket and you didn't, you idiot.
So we're gonna bust your
Yeah,
balls.
as
You
opposed
know.
to like getting real personal and real, you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
That type of
Yeah.
shit gets over the top. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, this isn't like, this is
Yeah.
not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So that was to me harmless. Reza was just trying to, fuck with Bobby, and it went left real
Oh,
quick, real
real quick.
quick,
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
real
Mike
quick.
hopped right on that bus, man. He was like all into it. Yeah.
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 And Jessica, I think we're getting again a little bit of a breadcrumb
Yeah.
that she's not gonna be, and you see the other people saying it too, that Mike, now that he's been with Jessica, has been withdrawn from the group. I think that that's, you know, two reasons. One, I think that Mike wants the separation because of everything we said earlier. He still
Yeah.
wants to enjoy the fruits of
Oh
being
yeah.
on
Oh,
TV.
100%.
Plus, let's be honest, Mike isn't 100% truthful. So I think he wants to keep the separation so that,
Oh
she
yeah.
she never
Yeah.
knows entirely everything that's going
Oh
on.
yeah. I'm waiting for I'm thinking I'm watching this episode and I'm thinking, you know, Gigi's gonna get shit faced and she's gonna start throwing shit out there. And that's why I think Mike kind of kind of tried to keep Jessica away from Gigi,
I
you
also think
know?
that he's telling her shit
Yeah.
that's making Jessica want to separate from them too. Like, you know what
Oh,
I
oh
mean?
yeah,
Like, oh,
100%.
these guys are all, because he's like, yeah, this, so that if it ever came up to it, she could be like, or he could be like, yeah, I told you. Rez is a liar. Gigi's a shit
Oh yeah.
starter. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, like,
Oh yeah.
she'll always be on his side. And it's
Yeah.
like Patty Hearst, bro. You can't, Stockholm syndrome, right? You want to separate her. You know what I mean?
Oh
And he
yeah.
can mold her so that she thinks what he thinks.
Yeah.
And with that, because like you're right, I only know, and I've talked about this, I think ad nauseum, you probably know too. Like
Yes, yeah.
one of the
But
things that
that's
have
good.
filtered through since I've been there, or like since I'm in the equation, there's been things that have filtered through into my subconsciousness that I know happen on this show. And I know that there's an accusation about what went down in Turkey between Gigi and Mike.
Yeah.
I know that happens. So I keep waiting for that. Like I thought it was going to happen in the last episode. It didn't. I
I
thought it was going
know.
to happen at reunion. It didn't. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be tonight's episode. It's
I
not.
did too. I
So
thought
like
it
you
was
said,
too.
I'm
Oh
still
yeah.
waiting. I
Yeah.
know
Oh
that's
yeah.
coming. I
Oh
know
yeah.
I know that's coming. And it's
Yeah.
funny, it's apropos because Gigi, to wrap this episode, was like, I'm so embarrassed to know Mike. And if she's ever embarrassed of you, your behavior, you
Oh, I
fucked up,
know.
bro. You
Oh, fuck
fucked up.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
you're embarrassed to him.
If
Holy
you're
shit.
embarrassing Gigi publicly, dude, yeah, man.
She must have never did a rewatch. Holy fuck. Oh my God. But I
Yeah.
think Jessica is torn between what goes on and being on the show. I think You know what I mean? Like when
A
she went
hundred percent.
outside.
I think it's three things with Jessica. One, she wants to get married.
Yeah.
She wants to get married. She's at a point in her life that she wants a baby. She wants to get a
Yeah.
husband. She's a good woman in her mind. I deserve it. This is what I want. Then you have the the reality of her man being on a TV show. And then you have her and how she fits within the TV show. Because I know from producers that she started feeling her oats a little bit when
Really?
she was on, you know, that she, because she's built a little influencer business at this time, you know. So I
Okay.
know that she was kind of feeling like we should get a spinoff. We're gonna get married, and it'll be you and Mike. It'll be
Mike and Jessica.
Mike
Yeah.
and Jessica going off into the sunset, and like, and so I know she was feeling her oats a little bit too. So she wants to be there, but I think there's a portion of her that like wants to be there with Mike, but not them. But
Yeah.
it's at this point, it's
Yeah.
just them, girlfriend. It's
Yeah.
not you and him. It's the
Right.
Shahs, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I think she might have some delusions of grandeur that it
Yeah.
could just be her and
The,
him.
yeah.
And again, that's like some behind the curtain shit that I know about because I was told by producers. Listen, it doesn't mean the producers are right. That was their gut. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
because Asa had mentioned it several times during this episode. Oh, you guys are never around. I think two or three times she had
yeah,
mentioned it,
and
and
and they're
Mike kind of
showing
was
him on
like,
the phone.
"Well, you know." So yeah,
They're
yeah,
showing him
I
on the
got that.
phone. They're showing him texting. They're showing him be a little bit withdrawn. And
Yeah,
again, we already know that, and it's not how it unfolded eventually, but
yeah,
I'm saying how Mike is seeing it. Mike's seeing it like, you know, if you got a bunch of lies that you're living through, right? You got to think that eventually one of them is going to come up. So
yeah,
you're constantly playing defense against that type of shit. And I feel like
yeah,
that's what he is. That's the type of relationship that he's in right now with Jessica, is
yeah.
that she only sees a part of him. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
oh
And
yeah,
then there's a bad side when he's around his friends. He drinks too much. He almost got into a fight
yeah,
tonight. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, like in her mind, it's like this is all bad. But if you and I could do this and still reap the benefits of being on television, that's what we really want. But I don't think they realize that, you know, no one's going to want to see a show of just Mike and Jessica and
right,
Mike
right.
pretending that he's a great guy.
He's a
You know
great,
what I
yeah,
mean?
he's a
And
great
you know
husband,
what I'm
and
saying?
oh
Like
yeah,
it's
is he
not.
texting everybody?
Yeah, yeah. Having a whole bunch of unprotected text,
Oh
as he
yeah,
likes to
yeah,
do.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think that
yeah.
so I don't think in the big picture that they're gonna get what they want. And you know, TV, reality TV will put a microscope on people's lives, dude, and start to show you where the threads are frayed. And before
yeah,
long, you know,
yeah.
he's on fucking TV admitting that he fucking stuck his wick in someone else's candle, whatever it is. Yeah.
That's
But
great.
this was great, man. I
All right,
so
bro.
much
This is good,
appreciate
man.
you
Oh
sitting
my
in here
God,
with
I
me.
appreciate you too, man.
Ah,
I
man, this
love
is
you guys.
fantastic.
I love
Like I
listening
said,
to you.
it's a little slower episode because not a lot went on.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
love to have you back at
Oh,
another episode this
100%. Oh
season
my God, yeah.
where a
Yeah.
little bit
Something
more shit's
juicy.
going on.
Oh,
Yeah, a
hell
little more
yeah.
juice is
Oh, a
going
little
on.
bit juicier,
Like I
you
said, it
know?
wasn't bad. And
Yeah.
if you're someone that's out there doing the rewatches now, it's a good episode,
Oh,
and it
absolutely.
tells you what's going on for the
Yeah,
year. But it's just
yeah.
it didn't have that Shah cut to the bone type of
Oh,
drama that
no, not at
sometimes people look
all.
for.
Not at all. Because it gets bad.
But I
It's
appreciate you
really
so
bad.
much.
All right, man.
Let's go Mets. I hope
Let's
you had
go,
fun.
Mets. Peace
Let's
out,
go
Tommy. Be
Mets,
good, bro.
and have a great rest of your night.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you. You too. Yep.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.